Hey everybody, welcome back to the Podcast Daily. It is a very special edition inside the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. That's Bill Landis and I'm Austin Ward, and we have an extremely special guest, Mitch Rossi, now former Buckeye.
Correct.
Are you used to that after a couple months?
No, it's definitely a transition of like coming to the Woody every day for so long, you know. But it's cool to come back and be on the other side of it, and mentors and coaches have turned into friends, and it's awesome. It's good to come back. Great culture.
So you're pouring sweat. We forced you right off of the field. It was a mini pro day for you guys. What were you trying to accomplish? What's the point of this?
It's honestly super helpful. Really, you get used to the order of it, how you start, and kind of knowing where to go and looking like you know what you're doing, and also practicing the test in a full kind of like live situation where you're actually getting time. Because one of the most important things is just looking like you've done it before, being able to hit the lines, you know how to line up and everything, and just seeing where you're at. It was a good kind of benchmark of work I've been doing for the past 10 weeks, see where I'm at heading into next week. So it was a good day. Yeah.
I was going to ask, couldn't it just been like a walkthrough?
Well, it's like we've been testing, we'll break it up and do like the first 10 yards of the 40, Monday, Tuesday's the finish of the 40, Thursday's the pro, Friday's the 3-cone. So you're doing it all separate and you're getting your numbers, but in a pro day, you got to do it all in one day.
Yeah, right.
And it's pretty exhausting. So it's easier to get a time when you're just doing the outcome that day. Yeah. But when you're doing everything together, it really shows you where you're going to be at.
What's it
live scenario?
Sorry, what's it like? Cam has talked about this with Austin and Berm, but a lot of this process is not training for football. It's training for all the things you're talking about.
Yeah,
is it weird?
Yeah, it's so weird. That's exactly right. That's how I would put it. You're not training to play football. Other than I'm going to catch passes, so I've been running routes and that. But other than that, it's complete just you're training for drills. Yeah. Really, straight up, you're training to do as best as you can on a drill. And it's, I'll never have to line up and run a 40 ever again after Wednesday, which I'm happy about. So, yeah, it's definitely unique and a little weird.
You've been doing all that training here, right, Mitch?
Yeah, I've been here the whole time.
You see some of these guys that want to go leave, they go to Florida, Phoenix. Part of that reason is that you're still in school, right?
Yep.
So also there's enough in here that you don't even need to leave.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's great. I know when they came back, some of the guys were like, man, it's so nice to have stocked fridges with protein shakes and Gatorade and water, hot tub, cold tub, training room with everything you need. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's, there's obviously different theories about everything in life. So there's different theories about training for pro day. And, these guys have come back and looked awesome. But I've also had a ton of improvement here. So, there's no one way to bake the cake, I guess. Yeah. But it's been great having all the resources here. And Coach Mick is really, really cool about when you're a former player, treating you right and letting you come back and use everything. So it's been cool.
What classes are you in right now?
I'm in a bunch of my capstone masters in the business school. I'm focused in HR. So a bunch of strategy classes like management, leadership, principles, all that type of stuff. Pretty interesting stuff, but I'm ready to be done with school. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I think that capstone, that's more work than getting ready for pro day.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's been okay balancing it, but doing those two things when most people are just focused on training for the NFL is it's not easy, but I'm used to it. I've been in school for however long and doing football stuff. I'm used to it at this point.
What is your mindset, I guess, about chasing this dream, this process? Yeah. How long you intend to give it? Because it can be an unforgiving deal when you're trying to catch teams' attention when you're not invited to the combine and that kind of stuff. So how do you approach it?
That's a good question. So I think it's just kind of the way I've been approaching everything for the past, 3 years is once it's over, it's over. And honestly, I don't want to look back and have any regrets when I'm, 30, 40 about, man, I should have given it a shot,
Yeah.
because I mean, there's so many examples of guys like me that find their way in the NFL and end up playing for several years. And I think that one of the things that has been encouraging for me is that fullback role is pretty predominant in the NFL, and the most popular offense is the Shanahan style, and they have that at the Dolphins now with Alec Ingold and Kyle Juszczyk in San Fran. So it's definitely limiting because not every team uses that.
Right.
So it kind of like shrinks my pool of possible teams, I guess. But it also, I don't know if there's many guys who have my experience in that exact role that would fit in those offenses. So I'm just going to take it as far as I can, and then whenever the time comes to move on, I'll be at peace with it.
Yeah, I guess the more of those Shanahan guys that get jobs in the NFL now, the better, right?
For me, I love it. McDaniel's going to Miami is awesome. Hopefully more of his guys branch out. Maybe the Titans need a fullback sometime soon. So, yeah.
Well, just think if, Kevin Wilson and Ryan Day had been listening to me and just like run more of the Mitch package, like give it the fullback down there, then you'd really be in business, even more film.
Yeah, I know. I ended up being the starting tight end by the end of the year, which I wasn't expecting, but that's some pretty good film too, I guess.
Yeah. It looks like your eye has recovered.
Yeah. I remember I barely remember when you guys interviewed me after the game.
Yeah.
It was all days.
Well, it's not the most fun for us, especially after a loss, to be in there when everyone is disappointed, and you were also pretty physically beaten up.
Yeah.
I don't know, between your eye and then maybe just like the finality of losing that game when it was so close, I don't want to open up wounds. How long did it take to get over it, if you are?
Probably never, honestly. I mean, I came to Ohio State not with really a whole lot of aspirations for the NFL or even, to get my catches or touchdowns. I just I just wanted to win a national championship at Ohio State, and that was why I came here. And everything I did was just to provide value for the team in order to reach that mountaintop. So it's crushing. I mean, it's even hard to walk in here and see, pictures from last year and stuff. But, I gave everything I had for that game. And I was thankful that I was able to be a big part of the team in that game. But, yeah, it's probably one I'll never get over, I would say.
You hear that from guys like yourself who just you ran out of time. You can't go chasing anymore. Do you feel any onus then as a guy who's part of this program forever, even though you're not playing anymore, to tell people who are still here how that feels? Like, listen, you're only going to get so many swings at this thing.
Yeah, that's very real. And I think I'm thankful that the group of leaders that came back did. That core of Tommy, Cade, Steele, Xavier, all those guys that had a chance to make the next step and came back. I think that the program's in great hands with those guys. I mean, I love those guys. Those are, foxhole guys for me that I've been through a lot with. So I think that sense of urgency will continue to pick up because, you are one play away. Yeah. You can do everything possibly right. And it's just one play away and it's fate. So, yeah, I feel confident about the program, though. And, I hope to impart some wisdom back on the guys and experiences, as I'm around.
Well, who's going to play fullback?
Yeah, I need to know that. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's such a unique skill set.
Yeah.
One of one. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been jack of all trades, master of none. They had to find a spot for me because I just wouldn't go away, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it might not be around as much. We have a lot of great young tight ends that could fill that role. We have a ton of running backs now, so I think that they could fill it in the aggregate. There's probably not to toot my own horn, but there's probably not another Mitch Rossi around.
Let them know.
So,
we've been saying that all for years.
Yeah, I agree, man.
I told Bill, and I don't think that this person agrees, but I would put Chip there.
Yeah.
And he's probably too good of a running back to take away from that, but boy, if you put maybe 10 or 15 more pounds on.
Yeah, absolutely. He could fill that role. I mean, it's a lot better athlete doing it, For me, it was like a step up. It might be kind of a step down for Chip, but I think Chip is the type of guy that, I think if something were to happen to me, I think Chip was one of the guys that would be in the mix to fill that role anyways, just because of his size and skill set and toughness and mentality. So, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to, though. I've floated that elsewhere, and it wasn't warmly received.
I think, Pat Gerd is a young tight end who's going to find similar value in the way that I did. So he's kind of like a little brother. Him and Zach Herbstreit are kind of little brothers on the team to me. So I think that they could maybe step up in that role too.
Well, you're gone, so I'm in the market for a new former walk-on to be my favorite player on the team. Is the golf game good? I never saw fairway fullback stuff go on sale anywhere. That was a real missed opportunity.
I don't know. It's supply and demand. I maybe need to check back with a marketing professor and see if
just make it part of the capstone.
Elasticity and whatnot. But golf game is solid. I've put it down as I'm training for this. I'm going to get to pro day, and then I'm going to do some fun trips back down to Tennessee, play some golf with my dad, my buddies, and maybe go down, do a little Florida trip. We're on the road to break 80. Just got a new driver around Christmas time. And I'm pumping that thing down the middle, 310, 320. So, game's pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited. The NFL off seasons, I was hanging out with Jeremy this spring and like the end of February, and he was telling me, man, it's awesome. Luke went to Europe, and so get to play a ton of golf and travel and get to make up kind of your own routine. So yeah, it could be, hopefully once we make it through this stretch, it'll pick up.
The road to 80. That's the hardest one.
I know. It's tough. I'm always one putt away, too. That's the thing. I'm like, I just got all the way here. Like, you really want to make me put it in?
Well, you want it to mean something.
Yeah.
Bill, do you have any other serious questions, or just Mitch and I talk about golf?
No, listen, I'm just trying to list the NFL teams that would afford you the best golf opportunities, like the Cardinals, I guess, like
Cardinals,
Jaguars, any of the Florida teams. Maybe the Panthers, probably a sneaky good one.
Yeah.
Down to Carolina.
Carolina would be sweet. Yeah. Charlotte is awesome.
Yeah, you're close to Pinehurst.
Yeah, right in between the ocean and the big lake. Jacksonville, obviously, I was intently watching TPC Sawgrass players. That was an awesome tournament.
Yeah, it was.
I was disappointed I wanted home run win. It kind of fell apart at the end, but that's my favorite golfer to watch.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Obviously the Titans would be a dream. I know all the courses around there. I've been playing there my whole life. Any team. There's even great courses in Wisconsin and everything. So,
you just can't play on them for as long as a year.
There's a month and a half window you can use them.
Like wherever I settle down is going to be a place where they don't close the golf courses ever. That's like, it's got to be just enough.
That's right.
Like in Tennessee, I can go home and play golf in December if it happens to be a nice day, because then I'll shut them down. And that's the idea.
I mean, we had that here somehow, and then it started snowing again in March.
Right.
Ohio weather for you.
If you're in a place where they pull the pins out in the winter, it's not going to work. That's like a summer house. Yeah.
But he'll play anywhere, right? Any team. Let's not get
That's post-football.
Yeah, let's make sure that we have that clear. All right, so Pro Day's a week away for Mitch Rossi and the rest of those Buckeyes heading to the next level. Mini Pro Day is in the books, and we appreciate one of my favorite players to cover at Ohio State for taking some time beforehand to meet with us, chat with us on the podcast daily. So for Bill and Mitch, I am Austin. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys. Thanks for having me, boys.
Thank you.
Of course, man.